Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, time for fun. Welcome to the Matinee Vodcast. Number 2 is it, would you say, or number 5? Well,
it's number 6.
Number 6, but the first one with.
But I may delete the ones with my sweaty armpits or dirty the ones that I look dirty or smelly in. Then I may delete.
But numbers ain't nothing but a number, really.
Let's start by just saying hello everybody. How are you all out there in the world? Everything going good? Hopefully it is. We've got a lot to get through this evening, a lot of fun and games to have, a lot of laughs to have. But before we begin with some laughs, let's just have a few moments to reflect on the big news that's happened this week. Some big events. So anyone want to share their thoughts on that?
On what?
Who had September for the Queen? Anyone? No? I think I had close. I think I had close to that. When Prince Philip went, I was like, well, the Queen hasn't got long. And usually when, I've been thinking about this, usually when one got an elderly couple or whatever, one of them dies and then the other one shortly follows.
True.
Tends to be the case. But not with the Queen Mother, obviously. She stuck around for fucking ages, longer than the Queen did, didn't she? After George died. She obviously didn't like him very much. She was like, oh, I'll carry on, no problem. But yeah, anyway, so the Queen... I think I said sometime early next year, but yeah, bless her. Bless her.
Before we deep dive into the Queen, there is something else I want to bring up this week: the backwards hat.
Oh yeah, I thought I'd break up the monotony of the bald heads. I mean, my head's not actually bald. I'm not ashamed of my head. I just think it looks a bit boring with all three of us here with our heads. I mean, mine's not quite as bald as theirs, or as shiny. And also, I want to appeal to the youth market.
Wicked.
Let's get the kids watching, man.
Skateboard.
They're like, who are these old men? They've all got bald heads. Wait a minute, that guy in the middle's got a cool hat on backwards. Whoa, I bet he does skateboarding.
They still do that, the kids?
Huh? Yeah. Wear the hats backwards and
They don't
skateboard.
skateboard. They go on those 2 feet things that go forward and back.
They're on fire. They have electric boards. They don't have electric boards like mine because they're expensive. But yeah, kids still skateboard.
Do you reckon Dealy Boppers make a comeback? Maybe Dealy Boppers. You could have, you know, they have a spring you wear on your head, 2 springs with a shape on the top. You could have King Charles and Camilla, and as you walk along, they go.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good for the kids.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about a different hat every week because then it breaks up. Because look, now if we're doing Guess Who, I'm the guy with the hat, you're the guy with the glasses, and you're the guy with the beard.
I was going to wear a hat this week, but I might wear one next week.
We're more. I mean, we were.
I think there is a hat somewhere up here, like a Trilby hat you could wear.
No, I didn't think it was right to wear. I didn't think it was right to wear a hat this week out of respect.
No,
stay in shot, dickhead. Stay in shot,
dickhead. Fuck the studio up.
Oh God, I was going to go crazy then.
Because you're not allowed to wear a hat during morning, are you? You shouldn't wear a hat during morning. It's great disrespect.
What about a black hat? I'm wearing a black hat and t-shirt. Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? I mean,
favourite Looney Tunes characters.
That's what she would have wanted.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, she was a Looney Tunes fan.
She was a big fan of Wile E. Coyote.
And I think she liked Ralph Lauren.
If you got a problem.
What him and all the clothes?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Right, so
I see Charles has been getting a bit eggy about pens this week. Do you notice that?
On the desk where that wasn't this week now when we watched
Well,
this,
there was one on the desk where he went and the bloke came up and took the pen away, and then he went and he took the stand away, but he also went, I don't know if it was Balmoral, he went to one of the castles apparently, and as he was signing the pen leaked ink all over him, and he goes, I hate this, I hate it, and he gave it to Camilla, and she went, oh, it's getting ink everywhere, and he goes, I know.
What's this for signing in to be king?
No,
signing the official thing to be king?
Signing the visitor's book.
Oh, okay.
He's not very good. He's getting very annoyed about pens.
The coffin's in London now, isn't it? Because it's been doing the tour. It's been going up to Edinburgh and all sorts.
As we're recording this, it is, yeah. By the time it comes out, it probably will be over and done with. We'll be in the 10 days of mourning.
It'll be. This is going to be a week old.
Are you not going to go and queue up to see her? Did you want to go?
You said that yesterday. You're going to go and see the Queen, but she was in Edinburgh. I thought you meant she was in London.
She's in London now.
Yeah, Edinburgh's a bit far to go.
But as we're recording,
when she died in Scotland, loads of people went to Buckingham Palace because they put a sign up saying the Queen's dead in Scotland, and they all queued up to look at the sign on the gate.
Yeah, and they all did the. Hugh Edwards is talking about the rainy road leading up to Balmoral for about 4 hours as well. My problem is the coverage. I love the Queen. She's great. I like her even more after watching The Crown. That's the thing about the royals. Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't like the Crown. But if it weren't for the Crown, people would hate them more. I like the royals more. I know I like the royals more because of the Crown. They hate the program The Crown because they think it makes them look like cunts. But no, they obviously look more like cunts without the Crown.
Imagine all the public scrutiny you go through being a royal, and then for all those years having a documentary crew following you around night and day to make the Crown.
One of my favourite bits was the other day when I was watching it. It was the part where they brought the body back, landed in the plane. Somebody saw that plane fly over here, by the way. You could see it.
I bet somebody did.
The one that brought him back from Edinburgh. Landed, drove through London, lights on it, and then Hugh Edwards was watching it because that was all live, wasn't it? And as it drove into Buckingham Palace, the crowd were going, yeah, and cheering. And he was going, well, some people will mark their respects in different ways, and some people cheer. It's an outpouring of grief.
Barbados couldn't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, don't give a fuck. When Nelson Mandela died, they had the flag up, but they're like, no, fuck that, colonial bollocks. Like we want reparations for slavery and that. Fuck you, Nelson, bollocks. Queen, bollocks. Give us some money. Whoa. Yeah, I know, bit much, but they're not really quite like that. But they're not that fussed.
I was around my parents. My mum and dad had the telly on, and they showed the car driving up with the flag on it, and tailed by and in front with the Range Rovers. And my dad goes, "Oh, he won't be in that one. He won't be in that one. The one with the flag will be a trick. They'll have him in another one." I went, "You saw him get in it about 5 minutes ago, Dad. Do you reckon they like swerved somewhere else and got him out of it?" He goes, "No, he won't be in it." And even when he got out of it, he goes, "Oh, he's in it." He goes, "Oh, that's very dangerous. They know where he is."
They got loads of security though, haven't they? Like snipers everywhere, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I remember when she came to visit, like on the Jubilee, there were snipers on the roof and stuff like that.
Do you reckon they were snipers?
No mucking around. I don't know. Could have been anyone.
Could have been someone from the fair.
So,
the coverage was ridiculous. I knew it was going to be as well. Obviously, Prince Philip had a good 2 weeks worth of stuff. It's already been it's been a week or so, hasn't it? Yeah, no, it's already been a week. So I'm assuming it's going to be a month's worth of stuff. But
you've got to feel sorry for the commentators because when you see like the London Marathon and it gets a bit long and they're going, and now you see one of the runners dressed up as a Belisha beacon overtaking a teddy bear, and I'm sure they're all doing it for charity. And what's going on in the other studio? They go, still watching the same shit as you. Yeah. Someone's running. Someone else is running. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how many times can you say, "Well, she was so good. She was great at doing this, great at doing that." You can cover that in an hour. Like, you know what I mean? It's just repeated over. It's like, and just we're talking to someone else now to say what the Queen meant to them. It's like I can't imagine they're going to use any other words than anyone else has used in the last 3 weeks. Like, surely they'll be like, unless they've got a different take and they're like, yeah, she's just a fucking cunt, and then they put it out there like.
And here you see, the people queuing up to pay their last respects for the Queen. And here's another shot from the air of the queue of people queuing up to see the Queen. And they did say the queue could get up to 10 miles. But the queuing app has actually said at the moment it's 2.3 miles, so they predict you'd wait about up to 30 hours.
That's the sort of shit they're coming out with.
No, that's it.
And then, Hugh Edwards, his bit was like, well, and there's the scenes. They were just showing old, not even that old scenes from a few months ago where the Queen was still all right. And well, I don't know, it must have been maybe a bit longer than a few months ago, but waving with the little grandkids or whatever, the great grandkids,
little robot
with the little ones, the one who's mugging and doing all the faces, the popular one now. He's everyone's favourite now, George or whatever.
The beautiful thing about the Queen, if we remember, she said so much by saying so little, and did so much for so many and so few. And here's another picture of the queue.
So she's on the balcony with little George or whatever. There's another younger one, isn't there?
I thought you were going to say, sorry, she's on the balcony of the robot from Rocky IV.
One within the paper, they're like, oh, and they had like 10 different faces of the fucking...
Yeah, George.
Was it George? Oh, okay, yeah.
The little one.
Was the other one? Archie.
Not Big King.
Is there one called Archie?
No.
Should be. Anyway, I thought Harry's got one called Archie. No, I fuck knows. But anyway, so they're showing like that scenes of her waving everything, and then showing just the gate of Balmoral, and then saying like, oh, and the scenes, but different scenes on the left here as we look at the rainy road leading up to Balmoral.
That's nice.
And yes, and we stare at the gates. We remember better times. And the other picture on the other
soon,
side. I was just fucking. It's just
the Queen will be on a final journey to hell.
yeah. It's all shit like that. It's just go on and on and on. It's morose. It's
Just like us going on and on and
Well, yeah.
on.
If I was the royal family, if I was a member of the royal family,
They're probably not watching it.
I'd assume they're not watching it.
So my favourite bit is when they get people in the studio and they say, "So, what was the Queen like when you met her?" And then I feel like I've met the Queen now because they always say the same thing. They were going like, everything you said, she was really interested in you. It's like she was so interested in what you had to say, and she looked straight at you.
How long did you talk to her
And we
for?
had such a wonderful
Such a brilliant
conversation.
woman, such an intelligent
Such a
mind.
wonderful mind.
Such a wonderful
I
mind.
spoke for her for about 10 seconds, and I felt I'd seen so much and learnt so much, and I looked into her eyes and they sparkled. They reflected light. Her eyeballs actually reflected light.
What was that guy you shared me a link to who's camping out, who's Queen mega
Superfan John.
And he's met her twice.
Yeah,
and he's
I met
got
her
a tent
twice.
with all the buckles and things on his head.
He's got badges on his hat, and he'll be out here. Don't matter how long he had to stay out. Don't matter how long. I'll be here all the time. I'll be here day in, day out, just to pay my last
I like
respects.
the people that brought their little kids up and they're going, it's a good memory for him when he gets older, like a little kid in the pouring rain, frozen his head off
Instagram.
like 10 hours.
So like, when the first procession in
30
Scotland, and you
hours.
see all the people queuing up to show the Queen their mobile phones one last time as she was driving past.
What she would have wanted.
And do you think she's looking down, or do you think they put her in the coffin on her back?
But she was so good with technology as well. She was so good with technology and Zoom, and she was on TikTok. And that's
I didn't hear that. I mean, that would be a good one.
She was so forward thinking.
I saw today on the Channel 4 one, they had, I think it was Channel, might be an ITV. They had the first people now coming in. They're coming in. But some of them been queuing up for 2 days in the rain, and they're walking past the coffin, and very, very briefly they get to give their. They give their condolences because obviously they're just pushing them through, sort of thing. And he goes, and she goes, one of the things in this country is we find it so difficult to talk about death, and the Queen has enabled us now to talk about death and faith.
What about when Philip died?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk about death then.
Or
any of them. My relatives, etc., who've died, no one makes a bigger fuss, like a massive fuss about them. And it's sort of, especially if your relative or something dies at the same time as the Queen, say, and then no one's, or if COVID was still going on, for example, and your relative just died in hospital, and then everyone's going on about the fucking Queen, and everyone's forgotten about your mum in hospital, you wouldn't give a fuck, would you? You'd be like, you'd be more angry about the Queen. Nothing personal against the Queen. It's just the lack of coverage of your own mum would piss you off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd say that probably hundreds of thousands of people, or the 100,000 people in Old People's Home that died suddenly due to COVID, was probably more of a shock than the Queen dying.
Exactly.
So my first question about the Queen is, who are her teeth left to? The Queen's teeth. The royal protocol means they remove the Queen's teeth, don't they? And one of the royal family gets her teeth.
I assume that's a joke, but I'm going to run with it.
Well, no,
really?
it's true. That's true.
The George,
yeah, baby George, because they take the teeth out and he rolls them round in his mouth, spits them into his hand. Nana teeth.
It's a very strange
Do you think that
thing to make up.
Let me ask you this as well. I don't know if this has ever been done. I was thinking, this year, I don't think they'll do this, but you could imagine Channel 4 doing they do their alternative Queen's Christmas speech, do a deep fake of the Queen. So she's still... But I'm sure they've done a deep fake Christmas speech. Didn't they do one a little while ago? Have they already done that?
I think Channel 4 did something
I think
along
they
those
did,
lines.
didn't they? Like last year, the year before, they've already done deep fakes. Yeah, you know the Channel 4 alternative Christmas message, don't you? You know that.
Oh, sorry, an alternative one.
Because every year they do the alternative Christmas. And
so
that's someone weird presenting it.
I thought you meant they did a deep fake, like just the normal Queen's speech.
No, they've done alternative Christmas speeches, and I'm sure they've done a deep fake one, but I might be imagining it. Imagining it.
I think Channel 4 did Ali G, didn't they? Christmas speech one year.
Yeah, they've done loads. You could.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Did you see EastEnders have carried on with their normal schedule this week?
My mum told me about this.
But they did a preview before the Monday one, and it was, the Alki one that runs the Queen Vic. She was in there with Kath and the one from Terrorhawks.
Oh yeah, Shirley. They were beside the bar and they went, have you heard? And they had a picture of the Queen and they were going, it's awful. And then she goes, let's just put you down here. And she put her down next to Victoria and she went, thank you, Mum. While they all just stood looking at her and they were going, yeah, thank you, Mum. And she went to Victoria, look after her up there. And then just EastEnders started. What?
Yeah. That's the only thing they mentioned about it.
Yeah.
It's all
Weird.
pre-recorded.
Because it's pre-recorded. Yeah.
Oh, what, so they just did that and then slammed it in there. Like,
Yeah, it was at the
okay,
beginning before the. Da-na-na-na-na.
Gotcha.
But Phil Mitchell's getting married this week, which I thought, because they've cancelled all the funerals. On the Queen's funeral, they've cancelled all the funerals and all the cancer therapy for that day. So
And Centre Parks is shut. People are all pissed off.
no, they're opening it now.
Oh,
they
good.
got a little backlash.
Yeah, I bet they did. Do you hear about that, Greg?
I don't know. I don't know what's a
let me
joke
tell
and
you
what
about-
isn't.
That-
No, this is
life's
none
a
of that's a
joke,
joke.
mate.
but
No,
I'll
that's a
tell you,
joke.
Phil Mitchell. No, that's not.
No
a
one
joke.
else is allowed to be buried when the Queen is.
Yeah.
Really?
No. Yes, it's cancelled. 100%.
No funerals the same day
all
as the
funerals have been
Queen's.
cancelled,
What the fuck?
and cancer therapy's been cancelled for that day.
And the Centre Parks one was.
I mean, the funerals, fair enough. They're dead. They can wait, whatever. But it's still weird. I don't think that's. I mean,
But I'll tell you, the Centre
my
Parks.
Especially imagine
mum's
if
more
you-
important to me than the fucking Queen.
Imagine if you travelled from across the world to be here for that week and then see the funeral, go the next day, and now it's like, no, the funeral's off. Go and see the Queen's one though.
yeah.
And the Centre Parks story, just
Okay.
quick, because you didn't hear that.
Yeah, so yeah.
Basically, people had paid for their holiday in Centre Parks, and then Centre Parks said on Monday, because it's a funeral, we're kicking you out, even though you've paid for that day, and you have to go somewhere
Yeah.
else, and you can come back on the Tuesday. And then
Is
we're
she
like,
getting
what the
buried at
fuck?
Centre Parks?
No, but they were like,
no,
oh,
that ain't
Dave.
good. No, but they said you
Or the
can.
log flume.
Yeah.
They said you can leave your stuff in the cabins, but you have to get out for the day and come back the next day.
I think it's because they were giving all their staff a day off or something, wasn't it? So, but then surely the staff wouldn't be in the cabin all day, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
imagine if the staff normally had.
bonkers.
Imagine if the staff normally had childcare, but they've done a surprise bank holiday. So who's going to look after their kids?
True.
Maybe Centre Parks should pay a bit more.
Yeah.
What songs do you think should be played at the Queen's funeral?
Normal funeral songs? I don't know.
Chuckademus and Pliers?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's got no relevance to the Queen, but yeah, it's funny. It's a funny out there thing to have at the funeral.
It's different.
Yeah.
As I was saying about EastEnders, because we don't interrupt each other on this podcast, Phil Mitchell's still going ahead with his wedding, even though the funeral's on. And I saw it earlier on today, and in the pub, all the women that have ever been out of Phil Mitchell were having a chat about shagging him and times they've hidden guns for him, and they're all having a right laugh. And one's like Shirley goes, well, the time I had to hide a gun for him and all that. And Tracy that never speaks. Mute Tracy
yeah,
behind the bar, used to work on the market.
Yeah.
She turned around, she had the biggest line she's ever had. She turns around and goes, he was the best sex I've ever had, and just walked away.
So turns out he's
Yeah, he was
shagged
fucking
everyone.
banging her
And
behind the bar.
Winston poked his head up from behind the bar and goes, me too.
Yeah, man.
He's he's
Yeah.
not really like.
I must admit that did make me laugh out loud when they did that, because I thought it was a joke. People said it had done it as a meme, and then it actually happened. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know, it's a bit unlikely, isn't it? Someone like him would fuck everyone in EastEnders, but
Well, I don't know.
I mean, but then he did fuck Shirley, so on crack. I mean, you'd have to be on crack or something, I guess.
Yeah, Domino's Pizza changed their online logos to monochrome, which I thought was quite touching.
Domino's?
Yeah, pizza Italian, aren't they?
Oh, is that different to Domino's?
Oh, same one, but it's pronounced
Oh, right.
Domino's.
Oh, okay.
Pizza Express have been very quiet
Oh
because Prince Andrew, remember, used that as his excuse. Said he couldn't have raped that woman because he was at Pizza
no,
Express.
sorry, I didn't. Yeah, that's funnier now than I remember that I know that.
Yeah, I think most people will know that.
Yeah. Everyone knows that. You know all that Pizza the classic Prince Andrew using Pizza Express.
Yeah, when he said
as
he
an
couldn't
excuse.
sweat, and he said he took his family
I've
to
heard of that. Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
of
you
that.
have. I
That
mean,
is famous.
do you think that everyone out there
Yeah,
would
that's
know that?
very famous.
Oh, okay.
Do you see in Scotland as well that bloke got grabbed for shouting out "you dirty old man" to Prince Andrew?
Yeah, and someone held up a blank piece of paper.
Oh, dirty old man.
No, I thought the Prince Andrew one was amusing because they had him completely surrounded, so he wouldn't attack any girls in the crowd, didn't they? They had him surrounded with spears, and then I assume that the other reason for having him right in the middle is so it'd be harder to spit on him and shout things. And as soon as someone shouted something, a load of undercover fat police officers grabbed him and beat him up.
Should we move on from the Queen then?
Oh, we can't. We can never can,
Well,
but
we
we can.
talk about
We
something
struggle on.
else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched Thor: Love and Thunder and The Northman, 2 films about Viking mythology, but taking very different angles. I thought very different angles on the
I
subject.
meant to watch The Northman. I've saved it because I was going to rent it because it's for $4.99 at the moment on Prime. But say if you wait,
it's on Showbox.
long, well, yeah. But then I don't like watching shit on there. I like watching it in HD because those things are all in 1080p, and there's a dark scene. It all goes black.
Oh
and
no, it's got
pixelated
HD
and
as
shit.
well, but it's still shit.
Yeah. But it'll probably be on free soon, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause if it's $4.99 now, in about a month or two, it'll probably be free. So yeah.
I was just on a little bit of a Viking kick, and I thought those two would go back.
Northam's very good. Yeah.
Bookend the funeral well.
But so did you watch Love and Thunder?
I did indeed.
Oh, yes, right, okay. So
you watched the whole lot?
I didn't watch all of it. I fell asleep just after shortly after he went and saw Zeus.
Maxine liked it, but
after he killed Zeus, I don't give a fuck. I'll ruin it. It's fucking shit. Yeah, he kills Zeus at some point.
He doesn't, by the way. Spoiler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, of course he doesn't. Yeah.
At the end,
Zeus is Russell Crowe. So it was unlike. I thought that's a bit weird. He's killed him off a bit.
At
quick.
the end, he's lying there and he's going, he's done this to me. Right, Hercules, go and get him. So Hercules.
I mean, it's something for the ladies. I wouldn't have, if I was Chris Hemsworth, I'd be like, I got in shape for that. I mean, I know he's pretty much in shape all the time anyway, but they get in extra movie shape, don't they? And I'm like, I mean, his arms are fucking huge, the size of his waist, like, yeah.
Because you know him quite well from that film you did.
Yeah,
with
obviously, yeah. And but I would have been like, yeah, I'd gone, that was a fucking waste of time. But yeah, I mean, it's something for the ladies. Chris Hemsworth gets his kit off, but
yeah. I've got a couple of my thoughts on it because it was a grind, but a couple of things that I just want to say about it quick that I found really hard to watch it. Obviously, there's joke after joke after joke, which hardly any of them hit the mark. And the one at the beginning I didn't like where he saves those people and then he stands in front of that tower and you know that's going to collapse, don't you? You just know that's going to collapse. And it collapses. You think, oh, we're going to go down this road. And then just two other things. The one was that I really didn't understand is she's having the cancer treatment and she's really cool with that guy. There's a scene where she's in the chair. Then there's a scene where she's looking at the hammer and it's slightly moving. She goes through the display.
Yeah.
The next thing, she's fucking just flying around with a hammer. You don't see anything how she became that. We won't explain any of that. And then one other thing that put me off, and I was like, I'm going to bed, is where Christian Bale's with the kids in the cart, and even he's doing like comedy stuff with the kids. Like, that's it. I can't be fucked with this.
No, there wasn't anything. There wasn't one character or anything. I thought Bale at the beginning. I thought the premise of him being the God Killer, whatever. I thought that was all right. I thought it started off. I was like, okay, not too bad so far. First 5-10 minutes, I was like, okay, a bit jokey and what have you, but there's enough to look at the CGI and everything's always. I mean, that's the thing with stuff like that. It's a bit like a Pixar film. Obviously, a lot of people have spent a lot of time doing the CGI, so it's nice and colourful. It's worth watching for that, I guess. Because that is it. I
thought Christian Bale. Yeah, I thought he was good. Is he in much other stuff?
Yeah, I didn't realise he was in it. I just saw that he was in it.
I think if you'd have gone there because you thought it was a Guardians of the Galaxy film like they showed in the trailers, you'd be quite disappointed as well. And they were in it for about 5 minutes.
Oh, right, yes, of course. Yeah. There's that as well. That was all really weird. It also looked like Chris Pratt when he was doing his lines, that he wasn't in the room at the same time, that he was reading his
probably
lines.
Didn't want to be.
No, it was honestly like he wasn't making eye contact with the people he was doing his lines to. I swear, they phoned his line, like they just got him to do it, green screen it, and then they sent it and did something with it.
I didn't understand why they've made Thor a complete imbecile and the butt of every single joke, because surely he's the hero.
Well, because they got him when was he doing that? He gets fat and everything. Was that in one of the?
That was
after the last Avengers because he was depressed because he couldn't kill.
They did start
Thanos.
doing weird jokes. I guess Ragnarok. He was already a bit jokey, wasn't he? Before Ragnarok. He's like it, but the thing is, he was all right. Like I think the initial him doing his little jokes in his sort of mock faux English accent or whatever, or an American knight's voice, I like to call it. If an American plays a knight. That's what they sound like. Hello, I am British, and I am
Avasti.
I'm a Viking, but whatever. So when he did deliver some quite good lines. You thought, he's quite good in this role. And then Ragnarok was great. But then they've obviously just Taika Waititi I don't know, shot since getting Rita Ora, I think it's just made him stupid and
stops for brains.
She would suck the clever out of you.
Don't blame the girl.
Literally fucked his brains out.
What was their home planet called that he destroyed, and then they came to Earth and made a theme park? Do you remember in Ragnarok they destroyed his hometown? What was it? Asgard.
Oh, Asgard, yeah.
So they made a little what would it be called? Like a theme park called Little Asgard, where they all have tourists coming.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had Thanos' glove for an ice cream parlour. Bearing in mind, in that universe, Thanos killed half of everyone. In the whole universe, but they made a joke by having an ice cream parlour with his glove.
They let Taika Waititi, whatever his name, do anything he wanted.
Untouchable now,
Untouchable, yeah.
Bit of sporting news. I'll read you out what was said on the internet, and then I'll tell you the top internet comment that made me laugh out loud. Chris Eubank Jr. is fighting Conor Benn, Nigel Benn's son.
No.
Yep, they are. For the legacy.
Yep.
Chris Eubank Jr. said to Conor Benn, "Usually I go 8 weeks without sex. I abstain for 8 weeks. I'm going to abstain for 2 weeks for you. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, they get 8 weeks. Billy Joe Saunders gets 4 weeks. Conor Benn gets 2. to insult him. Say, and the top comment I liked went to Paul Garrett, who said, "Probably hard to focus on a fight with a sore butthole." I enjoyed that one.
Can I ask you some questions now then?
Yes, please.
Okay, here's one. First
So I'm
question.
going to cut that fucking first bit to shit.
So, you like malted milk biscuits?
Yeah, malted
Agree?
milk. Yeah,
you like malted milk? Fucking like them, yeah?
Yeah, I love malted milk.
Good,
biscuits.
thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel that a lot of people have been saying that since the Queen passed, people aren't eating malted milk anymore. Not that it's got anything to do with malted milk.
What, for the last week?
But, yeah.
Out of respect.
But what Malted Milk have asked us to do, or I've been writing to them, is they want a song to promote malted milk biscuits to get the youth on board to sort of start eating malted milk. So I don't know if you could you think of anything to come up with. I can think of one. Johnny, you got anything?
Yeah, malted milk, the high-class biscuit, not to be flaunted. Malted milk, don't shy away. It's what you would have wanted.
Nice.
Malted milk. It tastes like silk, but they're really cheap. Only about 40p if you get them from Sainsbury's or, another supermarket.
That's
Own
good.
brand.
You've got the price in there as well. That's good.
Yeah.
I've got one. Oh, what's this?
Oh, go on, do it.
Oh, no, Stephen.
Oh, I'm glad he's back. Here he comes to save the day.
Loving the malted milk song, guys.
Might be able to get a close-up on you this week, Stephen, possibly.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
Wow. That would be really fantastic. Thanks for that.
Your voice seems to be a
Greg.
little more higher than it normally is.
Yeah. What with
excitement,
everything
isn't it?
that's been going on this week? I've just been feeling a bit down.
So I've been giving my nuts a little tweak. That's
I
what I
remember
do.
the first time But anyway, let's just not talk about that. Let me do the song.
That's fine.
Here we go. Malted milk, the biscuit you eat. You have it with milk. It's a real treat.
It's better to have it with Ovaltine.
No.
Actually, sorry, Stephen.
No, I can't. I've got. You got nothing, Steve? No, I've got nothing.
What
Okay,
I was just
Steve.
going to add to his one is
Steve,
his song's quite good, but I mean, but I was thinking the best thing to have malted milk with is Ovaltine because that's a malted drink as well, and then you got like
That's
malt
so-
overload.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, it's not malt.
I like that.
Malt's good for you. You got protein.
But how much milk can you have?
You could have Maltesers.
Well, yeah, and there's not as much malt as you want. I think the problem is with Ovaltine, it's got a shitload of sugar in it as well. It's not just malt.
Steve, any chance I can come back?
I've got an idea for you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay, bye, Steve.
You could act this out because another confection.
Stephen fuck
No,
off,
no.
please.
I reckon Steve would be best doing this because I'd like to see him lift his arm up when he does it.
Okay.
You remember Ferrero Rocher? They were a cheap confectionery that pretended to be upper class. So why not redo the? Oh, Ambassador, you're spoiling us. But instead of Ferrero Rocher, do it with malted milk.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
that's a great idea, Johnny.
Thanks.
At the ambassador's reception, you always spoil with malted milk. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
good,
don't know. I
Stephen.
thought it was
Thanks.
a good
Bye.
idea.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Right, that's enough of that.
I'm not sure about his voice now.
No, I don't know what's happened to him.
Oh, he used to have
I think he's been crying a lot this week, so I
Yeah,
kept
he's
hearing
got
him
a sore
crying.
throat.
He's very, very cry. So anyway, how are we going to get fidget spinners a craze again?
That's easy for you to say.
How are we getting them back?
Fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners.
I'm going to get
Fidget
Fidget
spinners. Remember them? Remember them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As much as I remember Pogs.
Get them back, mate.
What about
Let's do a
Pogs?
song. Fidgets. No, joking.
What
Pogs
about
would be better to make a song about because you can rhyme more things.
remember those games where everyone used to have to hold on to like a handle and then they'd play the music and then one of you would get electrocuted if you did something wrong?
Yeah, that would good.
Oh, yeah.
those
What
were.
about have a fidget spinner, but ever so often like a blade comes out, and if you're holding it at the wrong time, it slices your
cut.
fingers open.
Paper cut straight
Yeah.
through that bit.
That would add in it.
Slices that bit up.
That would add an element of risk.
Yeah.
You wake up and one of your arms doesn't work. What do you do?
Have a wank quickly. Oh, like a stranger's.
Well, it don't work. You go like that.
Why had that with that? I had an
Well, I mean,
insect.
I don't know why people say that. They go, sit on your hand and pretend it's someone else's. Like, yeah, but the whole point of that, you can't feel
Who
what you're
told
doing
you
with the
that?
hand. So everyone, it's like it's an old wives' tale, isn't it?
Yeah, but how often do you sit on other people's hands?
An old wives sit on their hands to wank.
Do you sit on other people's hands to have a wank?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you do that. But yes, that's what people say. Is you get your hand numb and then you use your hand, but then you can't use your hand when it's numb, so it doesn't make any sense.
You've heard of Space Mountain, at Disneyland. Have you heard of their new one called Spice Mountain?
Well, you kind of ruined the surprise there by saying Spice Mountain first.
Do I do that again?
No, but that's because I ruined it because I get them confused. Space and Spice. Spice Mountain.
No, I haven't heard of it. What's that like? You ride round in the dark and they chuck spice in your eyes.
How did you know about that? How did you know?
I have been there, really.
You bloody bastard!
I have been there, really. It was great.
Yeah, they do. They chuck
it's
spice
just like
in your
Space
face.
Mountain, but it's spice in your face. It smells
Cumin.
great, and then you come out and you get little tubs of spice and stuff. It's great.
I thought Spice Mountain was the one. That they used to do the Chinese chemical drugs, and it used to make you go doolally and have fights in prison.
That's a better one. Yeah,
that would be
smoke a load of spice and then sorry, do that again.
On top of a mountain.
They give you loads of synthetic bags of weed on your way in. You smoke them on the thing, and then you never get off the ride.
The whole block goes mental, and they all stab each other.
And then you all go like fall over at the end.
What about?
That's the ride. That's the best bit of the ride.
What about Slice Mountain? And it's completely made out of those fidget spinners with the blades that come out.
Like or what about Hot Meat Man Mountain?
What about Kimbo Slice Mountain?
Kimbo Slice Mountain. That's good. Yeah, it's just a big version of him, and you just go down his body.
And ever so often he hits you on the head with a satellite dish.
So, as the royal family have lost their nan, their Gamma, what do they call her? Gamma. They used to call her
Mama.
Mama or Papa.
Charles calls her Mama.
No, he just called her Mummy.
No, he was talking to Sinn Féin.
Mummy.
He was talking to Sinn Féin in front of one from the DUP when he was in Northern Ireland. And he goes, "Oh, Mama," and he was saying about last time we were here, Mama was doing this, Mama was doing that. And he goes, "Aren't you the biggest party in Northern Ireland now?" And then in front of the bloke from the DUP, he was gutted.
What memories do you have of your grandma? Have you got any memories of yours? Because I've got one of sitting on her knee and a cigarette smelt like toast. When she smoked cigarettes over and I sat on her knee, bounced me up and down. They smelt like toast.
What,
Senior service. No, my grandma. Any nice memories of your grandma?
I've only got my Irish nan. My English mum died before I was born. My Irish nana, I just remember her making me toast and stuff. And I've got good memories because she used to like me as well. Well, I'm a grandson, I suppose. My dad said like she had a particular. She always looked out for me like not a favourite, but I think maybe like a bit of a favourite. But yeah, I just remember her making me stuff in the kitchen, and I just remember her voice and being very kind. But then finding out later that she used to be a bit of a battle axe with my dad, and my mum saw her as a bit of a battle axe. But she was a lovely old lady to me. That's a good thing about nans. They're always nice to their grandkids.
My English nan did actually she loved the Queen and all that, and then the NHS overlooked her heart condition and she died years too early than she should.
Oh, that's a lovely story.
Thanks.
So, did she die before you were born?
No, she died when I was like a teenager. I was in Spain at the time.
Oh, okay. I mean, I lost all my grandparents by the time I was 9. My Irish nan was the last one to go. She was the one who fell down the stairs at my house, which was horrible. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely story.
Yeah, that's obviously not, but
okay.
But yeah.
Right, let me take you back in time. So you remember the Disney store? There's a few of them about. A lot of them are closing. Can you remember the Warner Brothers store when Warner Brothers used to have a store?
Yep.
Do you ever go to that?
Yep.
Because that was massive. They were everywhere, and you could buy loads of Warner Brothers stuff.
I remember.
And you don't really get movie stores anymore, like based on films. Would you?
You remember when you could buy individual film cells, and people thought they were the actual film cells from the first ever film? They just had all the old ones back from the cinema, and it was like £200 for one film cell, and someone had signed it.
They sell them still, didn't they? A lot of them. So
because you need Mickey Mouse's arm or whatever.
Yeah, or a picture of a whole 1 second or 1 millisecond of film. You need to buy quite a few to watch a film, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you could bring it back and have another film store, A24 would be a good one, wouldn't it? A24 have a lot of good films. You know that film company?
Rings a bell.
You know, if you looked up A24 movies, you'll know loads of them. You'll be like, oh yeah. But what film store would you like? A Christopher Nolan store?
I would like a film store, but it's interactive and it's the Purge series, and you wouldn't need to do much. You could just put the sign up, "Welcome to the Purge shop" outside Luton, and you charge people to go in, and they just get their fucking head kicked in.
Christopher Nolan, I'd say I do like Christopher Nolan. There's a few Christopher Nolan films that I really like, but there's a few that I'm not that keen on. Yeah, and I don't think he's as good. I'd say your man Jacques Villeneuve, not Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve has taken over. I think is my favourite director now, because I don't think he's done a bad film. Whereas Nolan, I'm not keen on the last two. Dark Knight was good, but I thought it was too long. Personally, Heath Ledger's great and all that, but I think it was too long. And Dark Knight Rises, I thought was a bit shit.
So you reckon that would put you off going into the Christopher Nolan shop and buying a onesie?
Yeah.
An Inception onesie.
I mean, I like Inception. Inception's great, but yeah, I think Tenet was. I did enjoy Tenet as as an experience. When I first watched it, I thought it was good. I watched it a second time. I still quite enjoyed it, but it's clever in its own way. But it's not great. It's clever though. I don't know. It's weird. I still enjoyed it.
Have you ever seen his first film, Following?
We're veering away from the
No, I've
shop.
never seen that.
We're sort of veering away from the shop concept. So I thought, what about an Inception ashtray that's got a magnet in it and then it's got a spinning top that never stops spinning in it?
Nice touch.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, that's quite good.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Or a
quite good.
Matrix
I mean, Nolan's shop would be quite good for little stuff, trinkets from the films and
They
stuff.
could just play all day, every day. I feel like dancing, or whatever it was they did.
So
The Nolans.
Oh, right, okay.
you've probably seen the show called Marriage advertised with Sean Bean and Nicola Walker
Yeah,
on television, and not a lot happens in it.
yeah.
You know about that?
And I don't think it's as real life and as whatever as they think it is.
Yeah.
Because like that advert when they're talking about the chicken or whatever, it just seems like they were
just doing
ad-libbing.
normal stuff.
Just sounds like they were just they're making it up as they went along.
Well,
I
that's
don't think...
why I'd like you to do a scene from it.
Okay.
Johnny will be
I wasn't listening. What are we doing?
right. You're Nicola Walker. You're Sean Bean's wife
In what film?
in Marriage, the
Marriage,
BBC
the
One
TV show.
show.
TV show. It's basically Sean Bean,
That's fine.
as he is now, his
You
age
don't
now.
need to.
Nicola Walker, they're just a middle-aged married couple who've been married for like 30 odd years, and it's meant to be like a fly on the wall thing where they have the real conversations that married people have, where they're trying to kiss each other and that, and they go, "Oh, the dishwasher! I need to put the dishwasher on." We've done it now, haven't we?
I'm not kissing you.
No, but you can infer.
And the latest advert, they're in the supermarket, and
Well,
they're having an argument about chicken. Then she goes, "I can't believe we're arguing about a chicken. We're like one of those old couples, one of those old people." And he's like, "Oh, I've been one of them for years."
Love it.
Have you had your head chopped off again?
Oh, you're referring to
So
Game of
I'll
Thrones.
be Nicola Walker. I'll be her. You be Sean Bean, and we'll do a scene that isn't in the show, and it's a new one. Okay. Begin scene. Are you seeing the TV remote?
Do you fancy having sex?
I want to watch that show.
I know, but when we were going to have sex last night, and I was trying to get a bit of you, and then when I said about the dishwasher, then we did the dishwasher thing instead. But I've got the horn now.
Can't you just go and sort yourself out?
I mean, no, it's been 10 years. Come on, I thought we were going to do it yesterday, and now, go on. Can I just? I mean, and doggy style. It's been ages since we've done it doggy style.
It's not your birthday.
But
it's not your birthday, Sean.
Oh, what am I like? Oh, what are we like? let's just. Oh, look, here's the remote.
Thank you.
Let's just watch this bit of telly.
Look, I'll give you a handy.
Oh, go on.
Go on. Give you a handy quick.
Yay!
There you go. You happy now?
Yeah, look, they're great. I mean, yeah, you touched
I don't
it.
think I should actually have given you a handy.
No,
then.
you should have no need for that. I mean, you really got him.
So when do you say that's on?
Everybody.
When's that on? What channel?
It's on the iPlayer now.
Oh, that's it's BBC. Oh,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, do we need I think we should have a break now.
I'm worried I'm going to be disappointed when I watch it now.
There's no wanking in it, I'm afraid. There's no men wanking each other off, I'm afraid.
Right, hi everyone, you alright? So let's have a little bit of fun now. This is the Dub Be Good To Me challenge. You can all try this at home. So you've got to do the mouth bit from the song Dub Be Good To Me. Are you ready? You go first.
The mouth bit? Do you mean the singing? What do you mean? Catch what?
He does jam walk, but then after that he goes.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, the mouth bit, right? Got you.
Right.
That's my
The humming bit.
Yeah, the mouth bit.
Okay.
Friends, tell me I am crazy.
Could we improv it like when we actually saw them live at Capital in the Park, and they came out and they were miming it, and then people started throwing bottles of piss at them, and they had to dodge out the way, and they were running away from them. So you do this, yeah. Oh, is that the dog fart ride?
Go on then. Friends.
What the hell was that? Oh dear.
Well, it's just like that, really. You just dodge.
Sorry, guys.
Oh God.
Sorry about that.
So
do you reckon that'd be the point where they take the picture? You know when you're on a roller coaster and they take the picture, you're all just going.
Well, yours was quite good. I don't think you need to do it.
I already did it. I just did it. I did it first.
A lot of men suffer with mental health problems.
We do
nowadays.
Indeed.
And I was thinking something that helped them get back on their feet would be geezer biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Just tell us a bit more about geezer biscuits, Greg.
They're just biscuits made by geezers. So it's just in case you think, if you've got a thing about being seen as effeminate, if you're a bit of a macho man, let's say, and you don't want people to think you're girly. So after you just cooked a nice fresh tray of biscuits, you just come out and go, geezer biscuit, anyone? And it just basically saves everyone going, oh, hang on a minute, you're baking it. Oh, they're geezer biscuits. That's okay then. Sure thing, geezer. You big macho man.
Oh, macho.
Lovely. Oh, these are delicious geezer biscuits.
Geezer biscuit also sounds like another word or euphemism for a fart, doesn't it? Oh, I've just done a geezer biscuit.
An old man fart.
Geezer biscuit.
There's loads of geezer. You must smell loads of geezer biscuits every day in your old people's home. No?
Do you reckon they should bring back Super Gran?
Yes.
Yep, thank you. That's answered that question.
They're burying her on Monday. Have some
Written by
respect.
David Williams. It sounds like something that he wrote.
Yeah, it would actually.
Well, no, didn't he do one about a gran?
Heist Gran or something.
Something, yeah. He done something very
Do you
similar.
not remember Super Gran?
Yeah.
That was on in the 70s.
Well, it's 80s, wasn't it?
80s.
80s, was it? Oh, around the time of Metal Mickey.
And I've got a feeling, if you watch it, it's one of somebody's last ever performances. It might be Charles Hawtrey or Peter Cook.
All right.
Someone big, quite famous.
Peter Cook was in Super
Yeah,
Gran.
someone, or Kenneth Williams or someone like that. It's
Charles, is he the
not
Doctor
Kenneth
Who?
Williams.
Charles, the first guy you said.
Hawtrey.
Yeah, is he?
No,
Doctor
he's in
Who?
Carry On, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Private
I did,
Doctor,
yeah,
guy
I
with
did an AI
glasses,
picture
like me.
this week of Kenneth Williams smoking a bong.
Patrick
So
Troughton.
you can put that. You can put that up now. I'll send it to you. Kenneth Williams smoking a bong.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, wow, nice.
Put it up now.
Do your impression of Kenneth Williams if he was in a Fast and Furious film.
Oh, Vin. I mean, your name's not Vin, is it? Oh, it's something else. Oh, this car. Oh, can I not have the hatchback, the fast, sporty one from Japan? It's faster than your thing.
Oh, donuts.
Ew, switching off something. We're off.
You're not putting that safe in my boot.
Oh, I can see why they call you the Rock.
Rock.
It's funny because they put diesel in cars, didn't they?
Yeah. If he changes his name to Vin Electric soon.
Just something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the Sunday Brunch boys. You're on a road trip. You've just pulled up into a local pub. You can be the bald one, and you can be the bald one. I'll be
I'm the thin-haired one, like Simon Rimmer, not Simon Rimmer. Sorry, the other one. Tim Lovejoy's actually got very similar hair to me.
Yeah, you be Tim, and I'll be the one that condescends him all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be a lovely young lady at the bar, and let's just see how the Sunday Brunch boys would approach a lady and chat her up. I'll be facing this way.
That's actually how it stands, isn't it? Okay. Hi there. Sorry, excuse me. Oh no.
Okay.
No, I'm
You
just.
don't have to. Go. Sorry.
Sorry, I forgot what I'm doing again. I'm just coming up and
sorry.
ask you for something.
I'm a young lady in the bar.
Yeah.
The Sunday Brunch boys are on a road trip. You've just walked into the pub. You both notice me, and then you build up the confidence to
Okay.
send one of you over and chat me up.
Okay.
And tell you what,
Don't know why
begin
we do
scene.
Yeah, Simon. Seeing as we're away from home, we're gonna do what we normally do and try and chat up birds, even though they're not that interested, and even though they know that we've got wives and stuff. We're on the telly, and they know we've got families and wives.
Go on then, Lovejoy.
Yeah. So while we're away,
Why don't you go
dog
and run
will
some
play.
game on her?
Yeah. I'm going to go first. Go. Yeah.
Of course you are.
Okay. What happened to your Scouse accent?
Oh, I've forgotten about that. Oh, I can't do one.
That's okay. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi there, it's me, Tim.
Oh,
you
you're
might recognise me off the telly.
Yeah, you're the chap
Tim,
off
Tim Lovejoy. Yeah.
that sing on Sunday.
Yes, that's right. And I've just recently divorced, so I'm not
how
really sad
sad.
about it. But you're quite pretty.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
you like men with really thin hair?
Well, I'm just waiting for my husband at the moment.
Oh, okay. What about rim? Do you like rim jobs?
No, is this a joke?
No, it's just his name, Simon Rimmer.
Oh, Simon Rimmer. Oh, Simon Rimmer. Simon. Oh, you're both off Sunday Brunch.
Yes.
Rimmer
Oh,
and
you're
Lovejoy.
off it as
Yeah.
well. Well, are you
I-
filming something?
I do the loving, he does the rimming.
It's a new detective series called Rimmer and Lovejoy.
Love and rim.
Love rims. Rim.
So, sorry, how can I help you? What did you want?
I wanted to get off with you, but
What?
I was hoping to get off with you because my wife doesn't want to get off with me anymore. So
Oh, right,
I thought I
okay.
might get off with you. instead?
No, I'm married, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well,
fuck off, then.
I am technically still at the moment, but yeah, never mind.
Forget it.
I
Fuck
don't know
off.
why I tried.
Well, I've got a story to tell now anyway, haven't I?
Yeah.
About how the Sunday
I mean,
brunch...
I'll deny it unless you haven't been recording this. have you?
but how I was chatted up by the brunch.
I was CCTV up there. If you got a lip reader in, you could easily see what I was saying. I mean, if it's good quality enough.
Anything else I can help you
And
with?
while you've been doing that, I've made an eating mess.
Oh, you're very funny. Both you're very funny. Anything else I can help you with? Or can I get back to my drink?
Would you like to try a bit? Everyone have a little bit.
Oh yeah,
a little
go on then.
No, thank you.
Yeah, not sure about that one, but yeah, okay. The end scene.
Oh, right, it's finished. Sorry, I thought
You just leave your back to me for a second show.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
I thought you were still talking to each other about this stuff. Okay. Someone wants to have sex with you. What do you do? Exactly
assume,
right.
yeah.
Exactly
Do you
what
think people are having sex this week?
No, sax.
I know, but do you think people are having sex this week?
Not because not when there's 10 days, isn't there?
Yeah.
Not that young you back, fella.
Hey, only 2 weeks for thee.
Hey.
I wouldn't abstain for you.
What's better, Jurassic Park or Walking with Dinosaurs?
Well, Walking with Dinosaurs now they've fucked up the new Jurassic Park films are dog shit. Well, they were from Jurassic Park 3 onwards. Lost World was all right. A bit of fun. But
I mean, Jurassic Park, the original one, was the best one, but it's aged badly because I've seen it before.
Do you believe it when people say everything changes, or do you think everything stays the same?
Everything changes but you.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Because Gladiators is coming back.
Yeah! Gladiators! Can you feel the power of the gladiators? Can you feel the something else of the gladiators?
Wolf, you will go on my first whistle.
Contender, you will go on my second whistle. I know that doesn't sound right, you're chasing the wolf, but that's how it works now.
Can you put a picture
And you gladiators.
Can you put a picture of young Wolf up now,
Yeah.
and now put a picture of Wolf as he is now?
Yeah. Whoa.
It looks like the fourth member of our Idol Matinee group.
I mean, everyone ages.
Everyone ages but you,
but me, because I wear a backwards hat.
Oh, you silly
Keeps
prat.
me really young. So what's we
Fancy that.
Are we going to the Gentle Bear then?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay then. Let's go now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gentle Bear Comedy Club. Very solemn occasion, but comedy. They always say that where there's something sad, there should always be laughter to make something happy. And we have got laughter for you tonight. Well, we are at the Duke of Windsor in Walton Croft this evening. I hope everyone is well. I can see a lot of sad faces in here tonight, but hopefully over the next 3 acts, we will be turning those frowns upside down. My name is Mike Stephen Compere. As you can see, I'm being very respectful. I have said my name. So without further ado, let us begin the proceedings. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our first act. It's Diary Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Diary Dave, please put your hands together. Thank you.
Hi everyone, you're right. It's me,
Yeah.
Diary Dave. I just wanted to read out some bits that I've written in my diary this week. Monday. Dear Diary, it was a lovely day. All the subjects lined up the roads and showed the Queen their mobile phones for one last time. A few people expressed the wrong opinion through the medium of sign, but were immediately arrested and presumably held at His Majesty's pleasure. Another reminder that it is now King Charles III that holds the soft power of head of state, and it is surely poised to leap into inaction and a lifetime of saying nothing and signing everything his government tells him to. The one thing he has in common with the protesters, I imagine. Dear Diary, it's Tuesday. Domino's Pizza changed its online logos to monochrome out of respect for the Queen, more than Pizza Express did for Prince Andrew. You got that one, didn't you? Anne Summers put a tribute to the Queen on their website, which was very touching. LGBT nightclubs cancelled events out of respect, though headlines of the Queen trying to get in heaven have not been confirmed, because the gay club's heaven and yep, brilliant, that one. The Met Office have been mocked this week after announcing they will only post daily forecasts and warnings during a period of national mourning as a mark of respect to the late Queen. I've been Diary Dave.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Diary Dave. Very good stuff there, a little bit sombre. So now our next act, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. It's Jim Strong. Please put your hands together. It's Jim Strong. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jim Strong.
Everyone, I'm Jim Strong. Strong guy by name, strong guy by nature. Bit of a wheeler dealer, bit of a ducky and diver. Sparks. I do the sparks. I work on building sites. So me and a lot of the lads have a lot of banter.
Mine, mate.
Sorry?
Strong? You work on a build?
Yeah, I work at a building site and I'm strong. Jim Strong. That's what they call me. Strong by name, strong by nature. So the first gag I got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, anyone ever bought any trousers from Tesco's before? So I went in Tesco's the other day and I thought, I'm going to buy myself a pair of trousers. And I looked everywhere and I thought, can't find any trousers, but I saw a pair of pants, so I'll get myself those pants. Next thing you know, I've put these pants on my head and I'm running around Tesco's going, check out me, I'm Pant Man, check out me. They threw me out and said it's very disrespectful and due to the Queen. Anyway, thank you very much. I've been Jim Strong. Good night.
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was Jim Strong.
Yeah,
cracking guy.
guy.
So now our final act, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a very honour to have this act because this chap actually originally used to perform for the Royals. He worked in Clarence House for Prince Charles, but obviously now they've kicked all the staff out of Clarence House. He's gone on the road and he's doing his comedy. And his name is Royal Tom, and he was originally a Royal Jester. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Royal Tom, the Royal Jester.
Woo! Good evening, everybody. Oh, where's my loot? Oh, I don't have it anymore. I'm an original jester type. You know, the loot and the hat and everything. You know,
Old school jester.
yeah, that's what the Royals have up until I think they've got
Recently.
one now still.
Up until the 90s.
But I just don't do it anymore. So there's someone like that doing it now. No, not really. About the. I haven't got any gag. I've got no funny stories, no jokes. I've got nothing. I've got one bit of observation. I was watching something the other day. It's got nothing to do with. You'd think I'd be talking about the Royals with that introduction and my name and everything. But no, I was watching something the other day, and I saw this guy who'd been to a war of some sort, and he was sat down talking to a new girl. Like he was trying to get into a relationship with a new girl. Trying to get into a rape? No, I mean a lot of them do that out there. Those the Afghans, and all that. They did lots of bad things out there. Yeah. Anyway,
Move on.
So he'd come back from the war and he was talking to this girl and he's talking to this girl, and this girl wants to get to know him and everything, and he's like, oh, then he goes all dark, and he's like, oh, the thing is, these bad things happened to me out in the war. We were on patrol one time, it was night time, and then something happened, and then this bomb went off, Mikey died, Davey died, I lost a leg, and it was really bad, and blah, blah, blah. And I just sat there thinking, well, what did you expect when you signed up to go to war? Anyway, I'm the royal guy, whatever my name is.
Royal Tom, the Royal Jester.
Oh, that's it.
Good night. Thank you very
Goodbye.
much.
Good
Right,
night.
we have a final act. Let's squeeze this last one in, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been handed this note. It's Norman Too Soon. He's an extra act. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Norman Too Soon. Here he comes.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. You let me know if this is too soon. I was wondering this week, why don't they fly the Queen's corpse around the planet for world peace? At least the Ukrainian tour, Boris could follow the procession dragging a large wooden cross. Prince Andrew would definitely be up for an Eastern European city break. Too soon? They have to keep Prince Andrew surrounded at all times. I thought it was to stop him attacking girls in the crowd because it's very expensive, but it turns out it's for his own protection, as he is the second most hated royal after Prince Harry. Too soon?
Nah, probably not.
I did wonder why they didn't get everyone to stand on their doorstep and clap for the Queen like they did for the nurses during the pandemic. But I suppose the difference is the Queen got paid in full, and if anyone was going to give her the clap, it would be Prince Philip. Too soon!
Too soon, mate. Too soon. That was there you go. You enjoyed it. Good night. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Ben. Bye.
Au revoir, I've been Gregoire.
Adios, gringos.
Toodaloo.